Welcome back to the Zono Sports Show, where you know Zonos. To those of you who are new, thank you for joining me. To those of you who are back, thank you for coming back. Have a seat. Sit down. You want to drink it? Thank you for watching the Zono Sports Show for the past 3 years. I look forward to jumping right in it. You guys know when I started off this show, I started it with a lot of ambition in mind because I just wanted people to come and watch, check out what I'm doing, just to name a few accomplishments from along the way since I started 3 years ago. Well, we were on college game days, though, no sports fans, right? Front row, game day with the signs, on no sports, ESPN. Also been on First Take about 3, 4, maybe 5 times. And I got to debate the Stephen A. Smith March of 2018 for the NCAA tournament, which was phenomenal. Those of you who watched did say that I won. However, that's a subjective opinion, man. Subjective opinion, but I kind of did. But still, it's been a long journey. Also, back in April, I got to meet the Paul Feinbaum, the godfather of SEC Network football talk. Yes, the godfather of it. Great guy. Enjoyed meeting him. Look forward to watching some of his content this season. Now, that being said, college football is my dapper darling. New faces and new places all across the country. Started it out with a college football preview when I kicked it off, and we started out with that right now. Coaches and transfers everywhere. You got Ryan Day at Ohio State taking over for Urban Meyer. Scott Satterfield jumping in Bobby Petrino's stinky old shoes here in Louisville. And then Les Miles is stranded in Kansas. Now, can he get him to a bowl game? Because the Jayhawks, all the yelling is rock chalk at the basketball games. I never hear that at football. However, maybe Les Miles has some old magic if you eat some of that grass. I think they have turf, though. I don't know if that's healthy for you, Les. But maybe Kansas will get a chance to experience that. I know the in-laws will love it. Oh, speaking of in-laws, the wife got me some new ice. Now, that doesn't impact these transfers, but the transfer impact that I want to talk about, Jalen Hurts for Oklahoma, 26-2 as a starter. There's no reason that he can't go in there to transfer QBU. I say that because Kyler Murray, transfer guy, Texas A&M, went ahead and went to Oklahoma, and then Baker Mayfield, Texas Tech, went to Oklahoma. Jalen Hurts can jump right in there in Lincoln Riley's system and be a winner right away. Don't see why Oklahoma's not going to be right there when the season ends. Justin Fields at Ohio State left Georgia because of the balling by Jake Fromm. I understand that Justin Fields, can he pass it though? That spring game was ugly. So can Justin Fields throw the football effective enough to help the Ohio State Buckeyes win the Big Ten? That's my big question. Kelly Bryant, that's a guy that I'm most interested in seeing how his impact impacts the team that he just decided to transfer to. Missouri. The University of Missouri, they had a couple SEC championship highlights in the past, 5 seasons or so, but it's kind of been down the last few years. I know they had a star, Drew Lock, who struggled with the Broncos the other night. However, Kelly Bryant's going to have a chip on his shoulder this year. Dabo talked about how he didn't deserve a ring. He wasn't there. He doesn't get one, which I agree with. But Kelly Bryant, he's got college football playoff experience. They play Wyoming the first game. They're in the SEC East. Can he sneak around and maybe beat a Georgia and end up in the SEC championship? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? I don't think so, but that would be crazy, right? Now, as far as the top 10 goes, because Kelly Bryant, his school, I don't think they'll reach the top 10 this year, but here's my AP top 10 regular season predictions. 10-2, that'll be the record of number 10 Texas. Sam Ehlinger, there's great quarterback, great story behind him and his dad. However, I think there's a lot of hype and ambition surrounding that UGA, that Georgia Bulldog beatdown that they had last year in the Sugar Bowl, I think it was. But can they find a way to show that they are BACK back? Because I remember when Tyrone Swope jumped over a guy a couple years ago on the goal line when Charlie Strong was there, it was Texas is back. They got LSU early on. We're going to see. 10-2 for number 9 Notre Dame. Ian Book is the guy. However, they're big-time, big-game floppers. We saw them get rolled by Alabama a few years ago with Eddie Lacy and the boys when they had Manti Te'o and the mystery girlfriend and everything. We saw them get rolled by Clemson last year in the college football playoff. Can they actually compete in the big games this year? They got to play at Georgia. Number 8 Florida. I think they'll finish the year 9-3. Year 2 for Felipe Franks under Dan Mullen. Can he show progression as a passer, as an overall quarterback? 9 touchdowns his freshman year, 24 TDs as a sophomore. And then I look at this year, what is going to be the jump and the matriculation of Felipe Franks throughout the season to the SEC championship? Because you got to go to that cocktail party. You got to go to that cocktail party and meet Georgia and Jacksonville, Felipe Franks. Can he do it? Number 7, Michigan. Harbaugh is on the hot seat. Must beat Ohio State in the big house. Bruh, come on, coach. Come on, coach. You got to beat Ohio State because they got a young whippersnapper by the name of Ryan Day. He ain't Urban Meyer, but he might smell that ghost, Coach Harbaugh, once he gets up there and faces the Buckeyes. However, I think that Michigan will find a way to beat Ohio State this year and finish 11-1, losing at Wisconsin. Mark it down. Number 6, LSU will finish 10-2. They got to play at Alabama. Grant Delpit, great cornerback. Joe Burrow knows how to win on the road. Did it at Auburn last year. However, they lost Devin White. I'm wondering how the defense will be this year. Will they really be that formidable of a defense? Or is it just talk? Is it hype down in the Bayou? Is it hype down there or what in Baton Rouge? I don't know. We're going to see. 10-2 will also be the record of number 5 Ohio State. Urban Meyer, he ain't there. And they got Justin Fields at quarterback. Too many concerns for me around Justin Fields. I know he can run it. I know that offense fits him and suits him well. Got Tate Martell to pack his bags and go down to Miami, and now he's working out a receiver. Justin Fields, I can't hate on you, bro, because you're from my county, Cobb County. You played at Harrison High School. I played at North Cobb. We busted him a couple times. However, can Justin Fields keep Ohio State up there in that upper echelon of college football programs? We shall see. We shall see, because he wanted, he transferred. Will he get it? 12-0 will be the record of number 4 Oklahoma. They have a proven winner at quarterback, Jalen Hurts, 26-2 as a starter, as I said. They've got a great system with Lincoln Riley. They're in the Big 12, who some people consider to be a kind of a weaker conference. Doesn't play a lot of defense. So I fully expect Jalen Hurts' numbers to be out of this world, exponentially greater than they were at Alabama, especially throwing the ball, because we've seen some of these Big 12 defenses get aired out on a Friday night, right? Especially Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, schools like that. They get aired out. So Jalen Hurts, I think they finish 12-0, go to the playoff. UGA, they'll finish 12-0 as well. Kirby Smart, you got to beat your old boss. Stop letting your old boss bust you up, Nick Saban. Stop it, Kirby Smart. You got to show those folks down between the hedges that Georgia, yes, we're a great program, but we want to be a superior program. And the way you do that, you beat your old boss. You beat Alabama. Number 2, Alabama will finish 12-0. Beating them is rare. Tua is ready to earn his own chip. He doesn't want to be a guy that long live the Hail Mary. He don't want to be that guy. He wants to go through a full season, maybe take home a few pieces of hardware, potentially a Heisman that I feel like he should have won last year. Take home some hardware as well as a national championship for a season-long worth of work, not just a glimpse and a glimmer and a Hail Mary. So Tua, he's got the skills, he's got the weapons, receivers, Judy, Ruggs. He's got great receivers, great defensive backup. Alabama will be there. 12-0 will be the record of number 1 Clemson. I wonder, though, is the takeover real? Or is it just, I'm not particularly sure, but I do know this. They've got a quarterback that'll be a number 1 pick, Trevor Lawrence. Balled out as a freshman last year. I do know this. Dabo Swinney's shown that he knows how to win some football games and win a couple championships, 2 out of the last 4. So we shall see what Clemson does. They open up with Georgia Tech, 35-point favorites. Sheesh. Talk about a rambling wreck. Georgia Tech. Man, big games I got to see this year. Y'all ready for this? Florida versus Miami. That will be one that I have to see because every year we talk about that Miami defense, that mystique, the U. Shout out to Mel Bratton on this one. Miami, you got Manny Diaz as your defensive coordinator and your head coach now. Can you keep Florida in check? I'm looking forward to watching that game. Can you keep the Florida offense in check? And then can that offense, Jefferson's a quarterback, can they score? Can they score? Can the offense score for Miami? Looking forward to seeing that. LSU at Texas. Everybody said Texas is back. Texas is back. They beat Georgia last year. I think Georgia was a little bit disinterested. But LSU at Texas, looking forward to watching that. And then one final game on my radar, Notre Dame at Georgia. Notre Dame, please don't waste my Saturday night. Please don't waste my Saturday night because I look forward on the 21st, I think that's when that game is, to watching those kids from South Bend travel down to the Dirty Dogs. Can they hang around and keep it close? Because we all know Notre Dame finds a way to stay out of a conference every year as far as football goes, but they're in one for basketball. They find a way to be an independent to this day. Now, if they lose that game to Georgia and they finish 11-1, and it's a close loss, do they still get consideration for the national championship appearance, or excuse me, for the college football playoff appearance? I don't think so, but keep it close. Make it interesting for me, okay? So those are my 3 games I'm looking forward to watching. Thank you for those who are back watching Zono Sports. I got sauce all year coming. Can't wait to talk more and speak with you guys throughout the season. We'll talk about a number of sports. Looking forward to the college football season because it will be hot. But thank you so much for watching the Zono Sports Show, where you know Zonos.